Pumpkin, come over here. The show's about to start. I didn't want to do this, but you leave me no choice. Pumpkin and plush, oh what a rush. I turn my familiar into what's similar. Pumpkin the cat is now a puppet. That's that. Hello everybody and welcome to Kitchen Witch, your one-stop shop for all your Halloween home cooking and decorating. Today, we will be making a very special recipe with pumpkin seeds.
Oh, great. This is just fantastic.
If you had just held still, we need to acknowledge the sponsor of the show, Half Pint Puppets. Now, as I was saying, this week, we're making a very special dish with pumpkin seeds. Spine-tingling street tacos. So what do you do with all of your pumpkin seeds? Roast and season them as a snack? Yes, that's pretty nice. But I've got a recipe for you today that takes it to the next level. Pepitas are a complete protein. They contain all the essential amino acids and iron and antioxidants, basically a longevity potion in a seed. And the fun part is you can turn them into replacements for milk, soft cheeses, and all of your favorite ground meat dishes. The first step is to soak the pumpkin seeds. This will further increase the amount of protein in the meal and also softens them up for the blender. After they have soaked for a few hours, you can blend them. Then you've got the basic product that will become your ground meat. 3 cups of pumpkin seeds to about 2.5 cups of water usually does it.
You're gonna turn that into tacos.
Yes, and it's easier than you might think. In a large pan, add 2 cups of pepita cream, 1 tablespoon avocado oil, 1 cup chopped onions, 1 cup of jalapeno, 1 teaspoon of raw garlic, 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic, 2 teaspoons of coriander seed, 3 teaspoons of cumin seed, 1 teaspoon oregano, 1 teaspoon thyme, half a teaspoon of chipotle powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 ounce of lime juice. When finished, put your preferred amount into a tortilla, add your favorite toppings, and the pepita power will be yours.
We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor.
The cat's out of the bag and looking for a new place to sit. Introducing the Catskit, a casket for your cat to sit. Have you ever ordered a new toy for your cat and they just sit in the box?
Come on!
Well, with the Catskit, the toy is the box.
Wow, that's amazing!
Choose from cardboard or wood models with custom interiors.
Pumpkin loves her orange one.
Don't wait. Order now and we'll send this spider on a string chase toy.
Wow, that's really great!
For just one low payment of $59.98, you can have a cat bed that doubles as an eternal resting place for your little furry demon. Contact your local dealer today. You'll have the happiest familiar in the bog this Halloween.
It's cold in here.
Oh, Pumpkin, are you getting chilly?
Oh no. Are you making another?
Of course, Pumpkin. Welcome back to another season of Kitchen Witch. Fall is upon us. The evenings are getting cool, so we have just the thing to keep you warm. A spicy chili so hot it could burn even Paymon's tongue.
Well, at least it wasn't alliterative.
First, we chop and fry the onions on medium heat. Then we add in the garlic, oregano, and allspice. And finally, our Anaheim peppers and jalapenos. Now, once everything is browned and fragrant, you can add it to your cauldron. Or I guess your pressure cooker if you must. Now you're ready to add your stock, your beans and tomatoes, and give it all a good stir. Keep on stirring occasionally, and 28 minutes later, it should be ready to serve.
KW, I think there's something wrong with mine. I thought I followed your instructions pretty well.
Let me take a look.
What is it? I used frijoles saltarines just like you said.
Hey, Pumpkin. What do vegan zombies eat? Hello and welcome to another episode of Kitchen Witch, your guide to hosting Halloween hoedowns, hangouts, and house parties.
Good grief, she really is the embodiment of a bogey book.
Right you are, Pumpkin. The tradition of Halloween parties goes back a century to the early 1900s. You should have seen my witch's lair back then. But no use being sentimental. Let's talk about how you can decorate your contemporary home to host spooky gatherings this time of the season. There are so many directions you can take your Halloween decorating in. Here are just a few. When I first started hosting Halloween parties, all of the decorations were made of crepe paper, and no one would fault you for calling it creepy paper. Black cats, pumpkins, scarecrows, witches, and owls have all been a part of the holiday since then. In this room, we see the printed tablecloth, hanging paper designs, and crepe streamers. Trick-or-treaters deserve a good scare, and animatronics will cost you a dead man's toe and the eye of a newt these days. But with a few PVS pipes, pipe cutters, and a bit of glue, you can build your own custom monsters. Add a windshield wiper motor for a bit of movement. You could spend more on the costumes for these things than you do building the skeleton. And there are plenty of how-to videos out there. Of course, if you want something truly authentic, and a scare your little human neighbors won't likely forget, I just like to drag out an old friend. This is Peter. He died in 1693 when he tried to accuse me of witchcraft. Welcome to this final foray into forbidden foods with your culinary creep, Kitchen Witch.
That was a stretch of an alliteration even for you, KW.
And my cat familiar. I thought today, for this Halloween special, we'd just put a new twist on some classic recipes. And if you're on a budget and you have a number of hosting obligations this Halloween season, there is a simple life hack that you can employ. I'm calling this episode 9 Recipes, 1 Cat. Our first dish is sushi, oishi desu. Finely sliced raw cat meat makes for a pretty fine sashimi, if you ask me. Dish number 2 is prime, a cut and cooked cat that will have your whole coven clutching their broomsticks. The cat classic with cheese is our third treat. No tricks about this, just 2 slices of American cheese, fresh lettuce, stone ground mustard, and a sesame seed bun.
Okay, this was fun. Kat comes back, thought she was a goner, and so on.
Only a few more recipes to go. Don't worry, Pumpkin. If you run out of lives, we'll just call Dr. Herbert West. Kitty, here, kitty. Our next dish is a burrito. For this, you could replace the cat filling with the pumpkin seed protein that we made in episode 1. The dead aren't the only thing rising this Halloween. This baguette will have the other crones cringing in delight at the Coven Bake Sale. Combining our spells for baguette, burritos, and burgers, we can create this simple favorite, the Hot Cat. recipe's down. Only 2 more to go, Pumpkin.
Wait, are you sure you counted right? Oh, what about that one time I fell off of the broom?
Hello and welcome to another creepily quick cooking tip for all your chilling cuisine commitments this Halloween season. Today we will be making the candy synonymous with the season, candy corn. First, place 1 cup powdered sugar and 2.5 tablespoons of non-fat powdered milk into a sifter with 1/8 teaspoon of salt. In a pot, melt 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 1/3 cup of corn syrup, and 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Heat until the sugar dissolves. This takes about 8 minutes. Then carefully add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. The syrup will bubble quite a bit. Finally, add the sifted dry ingredients and stir until you've formed a thick paste-like dough. It may smell pretty terrible at this point. Pour all of the dough onto a nonstick baking surface and let it cool for 5 to 10 minutes. Once cool, you can cut it into 3 pieces. Dye one of them orange, another yellow, kneading in the colors until you have them looking like this. Pinching off a piece of each color, roll them into ropes. Pinch the 3 colors together. Yellow, then orange, then white if you want to stick to the traditional pattern. Flatten this tricolored mass with a rolling pin. Cut out the triangle shapes we're all familiar with. They will harden up after you've let them sit for a while.
This is my favorite part.
And now for the final step. Find yourself a trash can and sweep all of this terrible candy into the bin where it belongs. That's it, folks. This has been Creepy Cooking with Kitchen Witch. See you next time.